Good morning! Happy Sunday! Welcome back to the channel. We're going on another helicopter little adventure today. Not a very long one, just a quick one. You might recall we have a little goal, don't we, Chrissy?
Yes, a goal indeed.
What are we doing today? Oh yeah. Did you just fall out of the...
No, I jumped.
Also went off and forgot my ND filter today. This is the first time we've had sun in a long time, yeah. Today I wanted to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about what we wear on our bodies when we're flying in the winter time. It's a little bit different than just getting dressed. There's a little bit of strategy that goes behind it because you're thinking of all the scenarios in which could happen that you could prepare for, you know, in case we had to put it down in the field or we got stranded somewhere. So we're gonna talk about that, but first we're gonna fire up and we're going to get on the go to... Oh my God, your tea!
Dunkirk Airport, I've never been there before. We randomly just picked a spot on the map because I have to fly 100 hours in the next 6 months. We kind of explained in the last video. We'll make a dedicated video on exactly why. Today, the adventure is Dunkirk Airport to eat pastries on the ramp.
That we brought with us.
That we brought with us.
Look at the sun! Jesus, is it summertime or what? Sometimes in the wintertime the bubble gets hot. We've talked about this before. It's like a greenhouse. If it's too cold, it won't get like this. But today it's like hovering around 0 degrees Celsius. The sun is heating inside the bubble, so it's actually quite hot in here, which is why I took my jacket off today. You are always wearing your jacket because...
I'm just always cold.
Always cold. Seatbelts fastened, doors closed, latched. My phone is in my bag.
Buffalo Airfield traffic helicopter November 300 Whiskey Zulu running up the south side of the hangars will be air taxiing to runway 24 for straight out departure, Buffalo Airfield. Hey, let's pull some pitch, guys. Yeah. Oh yeah. 20 to 100, not bad. That's actually pretty good. Buffalo Airfield traffic helicopter November 300 Whiskey Zulu departing for runway 24 straight out departure, Buffalo Airfield.
So you guys have seen us fly in all sorts of different types of weather, from like super hot summer to like the dead ass of winter, like when we went to Trump Lawn last year, link up here. That was probably the coldest flight I think that we've ever had. It was like minus 20 or something like that. We have heat in the helicopter, but obviously you can see right here, this door kind of sucks out a little bit because the pin is missing on the top of the door. This is still safe, it's still latched. While the heat normally would probably be fine, this air hole makes it a huge difference in letting all that cold air in. When we fly in the wintertime, we have to think about all the scenarios in which we could encounter to make sure that we're going to be warm and safe if anything should happen. Also, while we're flying for long periods of time.
I remember Uncle Bob was flying up here that one time and he asked air traffic control, he's like, what is all that white stuff out there? It's like,
and they were like,
sir, that's ice. The pilot from California, shell-shocked in Buffalo, in the Northeast.
So oftentimes when we come up, it's a little bit of a balance between dressing warm enough while we're sitting here, but then also not being too constricted in the clothes we're wearing so that we can't move around. Especially with Chris, like you need to be able to move around, reach all the controls and do all the things you need to do. It's a delicate balance of being dressed warm enough, but then also having your clothes be flexible enough to be able to maneuver, essentially. I was like, Chris, we're making this video today. He was like, huh? What a day.
Beauty day. Never been to this airport before.
Yeah.
Dunkirk traffic helicopter November 300 Whiskey Zulu is 3 miles northeast, inbound direct for the ramp, Dunkirk. Amazing how much hotter it gets when you're not whizzing by.
You got a bit of crosswind, buddy. Crabbing. That must be the FBO over here.
Dunkirk.
Yes, bye. All right, we've landed at Dunkirk.
Yeah.
I need to drink the rest of my coffee because I feel like a zombie.
Zombie. All right, 36 minutes on the clock.
Think another hour today.
Another 0.5 towards our 100.
88 to go. Is that a booger attached to your phone? What is that?
Oh, it's definitely a booger.
Babe.
No, you know what it is? It's actually wood glue.
Sure.
No, it's wood glue. There's no way that
you should use some wood glue to repair the back of your phone.
Look at this. Look at that awesome. It's like a topographic map.
I mean, it looks like a broken screen.
Hope this guy doesn't think he's coming over to fuel us up. Because A, we're not getting fuel, and B, that's a Jet A truck. My uncle from Newfoundland got in a helicopter crash. Someone fueled up his helicopter with Jet A, and it was a piston helicopter. Got up to a hover and then crashed and ended up rolling off the helipad. I think him and my cousin both walked away from it. You hear about things like that and you just get really sensitive about certain things. Never let anybody fuel my helicopter. And if it's full service and they have to, then I'm always watching them.
And it's so awkward when you have to tell them, you're like, this takes gas. And they're
And
so
they
embarrassed.
become mortified because like that's their job.
Some of the smaller airports, if they fuel big aircraft, they don't see a lot of Robbies.
The only helicopters they see use jet fuel. They just think, oh, all helicopters use jet fuel. It's a fair assumption. A dangerous assumption, but a fair assumption.
Okay, we have landed at Dunkirk. There's the Jet A truck pulling up.
Yeah.
Just happened. So it's actually very nice out.
Someone took a little taste.
What a funny thing to do on a Sunday.
Look at this assortment of pastries here.
We got them yesterday, so they're a little stale.
So I found that I can't eat a pastry until I'm done my tea.
Oh, for
What do you got on your face? Because as soon as I eat the pastry, my tea then starts tasting like water. I don't like that. And yes, I drink tea, I don't drink coffee.
Dunkirk traffic, setting up taxi for departure.
Oh, how embarrassing. My radio calls get broadcast on the PA system. Can you get out and film when I'm making a radio call? Is Seymour Butts there? Seymour Butts? Looking for Mike Hunt. Is Mike Hunt present? Is it Mike Hunt anywhere on the airport? Or the Beavis and Butthead moment. Testes, testes, 1, 2, 3.
you idiot! People in Dunkirk are like, who are these f***ing assholes in the helicopter? Landing on the ramp, setting up a camera and having a picnic, and then just being a disturbance.
Right?
It's actually quite warm here. Warmer than I was expecting it to be.
I'm kind of chilly, actually.
Of course you are. You're always cold.
True. That's true.
What are you wearing today? We have boots, jeans, and a parka. Don't let your feet out, okay? We got a hoodie, wool base layer that now is midriff is showing. We're done. When we fly in the wintertime, we layer up with the ability to be able to shed layers in case it's like a day like this where it's beautiful, or if it's a day like when we went to Tremblant and it's freezing. Both of us have on a wool base layer, so that's long pants and a long shirt. We're both wearing wool socks inside of our Blundstones. We like to wear the Blundstones. They're not the warmest boot for wintertime, but we like them in the helicopter because they're still sturdy, but they're easy to get around, and Chris can feel the pedals.
We've got proper thick winter boots. Yeah, I don't know if I'd have the pedal dexterity that I need to fly the helicopter. That trip to Tremblant, yeah, that was cold. That was the coldest I've ever been in a helicopter. You were like huddled up in a blanket. I had to put on gloves, and I don't like flying gloves, just not used to it. I'm used to feeling the controls without gloves. You put the gloves on, you're like, oh, this feels weird, I can't do this. But it's like, okay, well, I can fly the exact same, but it just feels funny.
While we're not always wearing gloves while we're flying, depending on the weather, we always bring gloves with us.
You have to look at it. You're judging at me for looking at my boogers. Let us know in the comments below if you look at your boogers or you blow your nose.
What is this video? Oh my god, okay, this is not, okay, we're talking about, yes, so.
1/3 of the people, 1/3 of the population stands and wipes. Did you know that?
Anyway, even though we don't often wear gloves when we're flying, we always bring gloves, and we always bring a hat, just in case. You're real cute right now. Are you enjoying your pastry, babe?
This is pretty good, yeah. No.
So we always have a hat, we always have gloves. Today I have on jeans and stuff over my base layer. I'm wearing a hoodie and I'm also wearing this kind of like wool blend flannel. But I also have my parka in the back of the helicopter as well. We're obviously not planning on having an emergency or staying overnight, but nobody plans on having an emergency. In the event that something happens, like we're out here flying, beautiful day like this, and it's like 8 degrees and it's sunny and we're comfortable. I could go fly in this and not bring anything else. But then what happens if we have like an engine out, or we have to put it down to field for some unknown reason, and suddenly we're stuck in the middle of the wilderness overnight. The sun goes down, it gets really cold, and we don't have ways to stay warm. Now we have a full-blown survival kit, but obviously that's just kind of the bare necessities of survival. Insulation is really difficult to pack in a survival kit, so it's up to us to bring insulation with us when we fly.
Bare necessities, the simple bare necessity. What about your worries and your strife? You know that song?
Nope. With all that to say, we're layering up kind of like you would if you're backpacking or camping, so you could shed a layer, put a layer on. we're keeping wool against our skin so that if we do sweat that it's going to dry quickly and it's not going to sit on our skin and make us cold. And then of course we're taking our parkas, our hats, and our gloves in the back seat just in case we need them. There's also a couple other things that we travel with when we're going for the day. Snacks, of course. Water, we always carry water. There's also water in our emergency kit. But yeah, that's kind of it. Today ended up being a beautiful day to do this. I'm really happy I don't even have to wear gloves to film.
Yes, bye. Bring it around on time.
How was your pee?
Great. We're gonna do a scenic flight over Olean.
Scenic Flight over Olean, New York, yeah.
Plus we could toss another 30 on her.
Exactly. Bonus 0.5 since we're out. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, for sure. Might as well take advantage.
Dunkirk traffic helicopter November 300 Whiskey Zulu's running up on the ramp. We'll be doing an initial southwest into wind and the left-hand turnout for southbound departure Dunkirk. Point hover, not bad.
Not bad.
All right, check my tail. And let's blow this popsicle in. All right, how are we doing that course line?
Not at all. He forgot his iPad today. We're navigating on the iPhone using ForeFlight, not Google Maps or anything.
We could get the old school sectional out, right?
Do some dead reckoning.
Yeah, dead reckoning, yeah. Give me a heading and some time. Why don't you set our heading indicator to whatever our current heading is? Am I pointed towards Olean?
Yeah. Alrighty, cool. Well, I think we're gonna end it here. Nice and toasty. I shed a layer after, and we're currently sitting at 3 degrees up here, but we're feeling really good. So we're gonna fly over these mountains here now. We're gonna head home. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you next Sunday for another video.
I don't remember the rest of it.
Me either.
I don't think that's how it goes.
I love looking at you in your tights. Tighter the better, in my opinion.
Like always thinking about like, how can this be misconstrued or mistaken?
Last week's video, like I put a bunch of titles in the video because I knew that people were going to be like saying shit about my sleep system, even though I know its deficiencies. Never forget your ND.
I know exactly where it is too. It's sitting on the hallway downstairs. Dunkirk traffic, looking for Mike Hunt. Mike Hunt.
So stupid.